Play me like a fool. I'm in love with you, but
this is a DJ Ski.
play me like a fool. I'm in love with you, but you treat me like I'm not that dude. Spend my time with you, say you're still confused, and it's your second time.
The girls.
Stand up, stand up, stand up. Play me like a fool. I'm in love with you, but
this is a DJ Ski.
Play me like a fool. I'm in love with you, but you treat me like I'm not that dude. Spend my time with you, say you're still confused, and it's your second time.
The girls.
Stand up, stand up, stand up. Play me like a fool. I'm in love with you, but
this is a DJ Ski.
play me like a fool. I'm in love with you, but you treat me like I'm not that dude. Spend my time with you, say you're still confused, and it's your second time.
The girls.
Stand up, stand up, stand up. Play me like a fool. I'm in love with you, but
this is a DJ Ski.
play me like a fool. I'm in love with you, but you treat me like I'm not that dude. Spend my time with you, say you're still confused.
Hey, CP, you see this?
If it ain't official Dana J, Prima Donna News, I don't even want to see it.
It's time to wake up, ladies. Wake up, wake up, wake up for me, yeah. I know y'all been listening to a lot of shit out there, bro. And it's good. But it's time for y'all to listen to the realness. Baby girl, you got my eyes on you. All of my attention is officially now focused on you. You're standing in the mirror, trying on all your underwear. Lying in your bed, imagining me all on you, yeah. Finally getting horny than a mother as I watch you go through every single color. And I'm about to have a sex attack, cause that's my favorite, so keep it like that. Cause you look so good from the back in black. Panties, black panties, black panties. I love to see your booty in them all black panties. Yeah. So keep them on, black panties, yeah. Ladies, if you got black panties on you, ain't no telling what else they do. If they fit right, I'll be hitting it all night. Back and forth, lick it all night. Have you all just ovulated? You'll be loving it so much you hate it. Cause do you want it? Cause I know where your spot is, and I'm willing to kiss it. Got you all in my bed, pulling off your Victoria's Secret. So let's turn it up a notch. Let's act like black is all you got. Walk around black stilettos on. Black room with black lights on. Ooh, I'ma get it till we black out, baby, gone. I'ma give this love to your body more. And I'm about to have a sex attack, cause that's my favorite, so keep it like that. Cause you look so good from the back in black. Panties, black panties, black panties. I love to see your booty in them all black panties. Yeah. So keep them on, black panties, yeah. Ladies, if you got black panties on you, ain't no telling what else they do. If they fit right, I'll be hitting it all night. Back and forth, lick it all night. Have you all just ovulated? You'll be loving it so much you hate it. Cause do you want it? It's time to wake up, ladies. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hey. Hey, 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 hey. Now let me ask y'all what's the realness? Unauthentic, that's what comes to mind. You ain't about that street game, all of that is lies. You ain't about that business, man, who you faking for? Since you trying to stop me now, I'm really making noise now. Here I am trying to think of something creative to say. Then y'all saturating microphones, ruin the airways, man. Some of y'all be killing me. End of my life almost literally. Stop it, man, cause the fans are tired of all y'all trickery. Pick up the pen and see I'm writing from the heart. Hip hop, where you been, it's slowly falling apart. Not enough rappers, but plenty of actors. You say you the best, I call you overreactors. Music is in me, there's so many envy. Passion is deep, you see the fire in my eyes. I just want a voice, man, I just want to be heard. Don't need to worry about if it's me writing these words. Let's go. You see the fire in my eyes. So if you want a journey, I'ma tell you if you really wanna go. Open my life to share my story if you really wanna know. From this moment on, I'm moving up and not down. You know I, hey, you know I, hey, you know I. I'm in the building spitting flames like I know how. Never going back down, it's my time to shine now. As long as I'm on the microphone, I'm fine. And who's really doper than me? But I stay running your mouth, man, just keep slipping. Think you hotter than me? Nah, better keep listening. Nothing gonna blur up my vision. Gotta sit down and write this speech, politician. This is what I'm wishing. Wishing for hotter rhymes. Wishing you realize. Wishing you stop the lies. When that garbage you spitting really got me conflicted. Even the wrong perception you walk around and depicting. It's about elevation. It's about healing nations. Don't you think that we all are God's greatest creation? This is the bottom line. Half of my brothers dying. Some of y'all need to wake up. Talk about it, you wake up. Hope that you hear me, my people. We losing focus. Tired of mothers crying, heartbroken and looking hopeless. Somebody tell me what the deal is. We only got one life, so let's live. Let's live. You see the fire in my eyes. So if you want a journey, I'ma tell you if you really wanna go. Open my life to share my story if you really wanna know. From this moment on, I'm moving up and not down. You know I, hey, you know I, hey, you know I can see the world through my daughter's eyes. It's the key to my motivation to keep writing these lines. It's my time now, I choose pain. Look back on everything, really went through some pain. Something before the better, my skills are stronger than ever. You can't stop me, cause my brain is lasting forever. It's my year, no fear, my team, my fears. Ain't nobody gonna make me lose my focus. Cause I know I've been put on this earth for a purpose. But I'm barely touching the surface. But I think it was all worth it. Worth it, worth it. You see the fire in my eyes. So if you want a journey, I'ma tell you if you really wanna go. Open my life to share my story if you really wanna know. From this moment on, I'm moving up and not down. You know I, hey, you know I, hey, you know I.
This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual purge sanctioned by the U.S. government. Weapons of Class 4 and lower have been authorized for use during the purge. All other weapons are restricted. Government officials of ranking 10 have been granted immunity from the purge and shall not be harmed. Commencing at the siren, any and all crime, including murder, will be legal for 12 continuous hours. Police, fire, and emergency medical services will be unavailable until tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. when the purge concludes. Blessed be our new founding fathers and America, a nation reborn. May God be with you all.
more. More for you, more for us.
Children, rain all night long. Didn't it all, didn't it all, oh my Lord, didn't it rain? Didn't it rain, children? Rain all night long. Didn't it all? Didn't it all? Oh, my Lord. Didn't it rain?
You can't run from it. You can't deny it. You can't pass it off. It's your call. God knew what he was doing. He knew who he was calling. And he expertly and intricately detailed every aspect of your life, your being, your persona, your psyche, your physicality, everything about you, from the texture of your hair to the color of your eyes to the way that you laugh to the fingerprint on your thumb. Everything is connected to your calling. And until you walk into the fullness of the thing that you were created for, you will find yourself frustrated. You're called.
Gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9,
8, y'all. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
2, 1, go.
Let's go. Let's go. Woo! In that mall.
Look like she kidnapped all that ass in that trunk. Hold up, let me make sure she for
Dream Team. I got 5 on it. I can
fuck your bitch. Why you hating on me? Nigga, check your bitch.
take your
No addition. You made the bed. And my chain shine so bright that it give you a tan. I'ma bring it to my jungle.
feeling like a jungle.
I'ma beat it like a bungle.
I'ma beat it like a bungle.
Yeah, I'ma go ape shit.
Oh, you know.
Put that ass on top of me.
Uh-huh.
Put that ass on. Look like a horse. Get a divorce. Do what I want with your body. Gaga.
It's a remix.
No other day.
Ooh, ah. Let's go. Dream Team, what's going on? Last night I had to abruptly leave. Learned that I had death in my family last night. So I had to go. I apologize for everybody for cutting it short. But we're going to pick up from where we left off last night. Everybody in the chat, I want to say thank you for joining me. I see some people here. I see Willie. I see Justin. I see Thick Baby. I see Mama Mary. I see who else? Y'all know how we do, Dream Team. If there's anybody over here that I miss, put their name in the chat. I see Teresa. I see Lexington. I see Marcia. Miss Lady T. Ho, my brother in the building. The Knot is in the building. If y'all haven't went and like, share, subscribe this page on Twitch, run your tail over there and like, share, and subscribe. Run your tail over there on Twitch and like, share, subscribe. But listen, like I tell everybody, get your Rumble page up though, because it's going to come a time where we ain't dealing or going to deal with YouTube no more. We going to strictly be Rumble, Twitch, locals. Right now, it say I'm streaming on LinkedIn, and it say I'm streaming on
And they say I'm streaming on TikTok. I don't know yet. I don't know if I'm streaming on TikTok yet. Hold on, let me see. Monitor live. Let's see. Am I streaming on TikTok? I don't see. Hold on. Let me see. If anybody know my TikTok, go on TikTok and see if you can see me live right now. If you can see me live on TikTok right now, let me know. Because if you can't, I'm going to go live from here on TikTok. But if you can see me live on TikTok, tell me, thank y'all so much. If you can see me live on TikTok, because I can't see it. So I don't know what people talking about because I can't see it. So, and I'm going in my TikTok studio. Let's go. Yeah, I can't see it. I can't see it in my TikToks. I can't see it in my TikTok. Let's see. I can't see it in my TikTok. Let me see. Ooh, boy. Nope, I can't see it. Thank y'all so much on the condolences. Dennis King, what's up? What's up? What's up? Donna Henry, what's up? Tammy 70, what's up? Dream Team was good. Nope, you can't see it on TikTok. Nah, I can't see it neither. But it's saying I'm streaming to TikTok, so I don't know. It said I'm streaming. But don't worry about it. Because one thing for sure, two things for certain. I'm going to show you how I know I'm going to be streaming on TikTok. Hold on. I'm going to show you this. Submit. Hold on, what? Hold on. Let's see. Let's go live, baby. I records today. Hold on. It said I went live. Hold on. It say I'm live now. Oh yeah, there you go. There you go. Hold on. Boom. Let's get some folks here. Boom. There you go. I'm live on TikTok, y'all. There you go. Woo. All right, cool. There you go. Hold on. This is a clip, ain't it? Get notified. Share recordings with guests. Boom. I'm about to take off in 2 seconds. Hold on, y'all. I'm about to take flight in 2 seconds. Is this? Oh, 6 views. Come on. Hold on. Hey. Thank y'all so much on the Sorry for the Loss. Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. Hold on real quick. I'm trying to see what's going on. Because I don't want to override the TikTok. Go live. Monitor live. Your live chat and performances will appear here after you go live with Live Studio. Go live and try again. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Anyway, trying to go live now. All right, there we go. Go live. Boom. All right, we're gonna do it like this. We're gonna put that right there. All right, cool. That's how we're gonna do it. So, like I was saying, last night, oh, that's a little too loud. Last night and we left off at a certain spot, and we was talking about people that are being framed by the government and by other females because they feel entitled to something. And I stopped with Cash Out, right? So what we're going to do, we're going to start back with Cash Out, and we're going to listen to some things that happen, okay? Because we got to get this on the morning. We got to get this moving. We still got kills to talk about. Let's go.
In these nightmares, it's always the same. I'm held down. I cannot move. And their voices are laughing at me, telling me they're going to do whatever they want to me. I can't breathe, and I gasp, and I wake up crying. Like my mother and brother mentioned when they picked me up, I was utterly broken with a 1,000-yard stare. That didn't go away for about nearly 2 years after this event. I was catatonic. I couldn't be near or close to men. It was difficult to hold down a job. The flashbacks would often come crashing into my brain, solicited or not, to the point I'd have panic attacks and even cover my ears in an attempt to quiet their haunting voices in my head. The day these defendants chose to commit these crimes against me, they gave me a life sentence, and there was no mercy or consideration.
Time out. So now she's saying because they had a relationship and she wanted to be with a rapper by the name of Cash Out. Now and all of a sudden, it was a problem. Now and all of a sudden, she want them to get a life sentence. Now and all of a sudden, oh, what they did was so bad to me. Pause. So was this the first relationship that you ever been in? I question that and I wonder, because if this is not the first relationship that you've been in, the person that hurt you before them, why aren't they in court? Is it because they didn't have any funds? And you seen Cash Out and you heard the hot songs, so now you want to get a piece of the action? Come on, man. Let's get it going. Let's get it going.
And while I worked my butt off to successfully complete probation, win custody of my daughter, and work at nearly every major gun store and firing range in the state of Georgia to become a qualified firearm instructor in the areas of self-defense, I can tell you today that none of it has fully healed me from this violence and trauma. I don't know if there will ever be enough time. On an everyday basis, I wear 4 to 5 blades, a stun gun, pepper spray, a full-size weapon, and 80 rounds of law enforcement grade HST. And my clients often ask me, is that necessary? And Your Honor, I say absolutely. Because I know what it feels.
Wait a minute. She going to work to kill something. Hold on. You need all that because of you not being able to be with Cash Out. I'm lost. That's more than what I carry. God, what? That's more than what I carry. And I carry a lot of heavy stuff. But good God, she ready to take out a whole police district. Some things are a little too far-fetched, and I wish the courts look and see some of these things when they going to go sentence somebody. But we have what you call a black judge, Ms. Leffridge, and you have what you call black victims, and you have what you call a black DA with black assistants, and you just so happen to have a colored man who believes in what he believes in, because we're going to get to his next. Let's go.
Like to nearly lose your life, and as a woman lose a piece of your soul and that you can never get back, to witness and encounter evil where there's no hesitation to harm you. I've seen it and survived it. I know today that I'm equipped and qualified to defend my life for others and to share this knowledge with others. Not only do I owe it to help others and and their healing and to serve my community, I owe it to the girl that I used to be.
Through Rula, it's easier to connect with a therapist who specializes in you. Tell us what's important, and we'll provide a curated list of in-network providers.
The girl that couldn't save herself. But perhaps this step right here will offer me the healing I and these women in the community need from the offenses the court has recognized these people committed. Regarding sentencing, I'd like to reiterate that my nightmares and flashbacks in my sentence is only one of many. There were many, many other women who went unnamed during this trial. John Michael Gibson and his mother affected so many women, Your Honor. For God's sake, he picked his own mother out. It's no less impact on the community. What their sentences should be, I know that's your decision, but this is, I'm sorry, excuse me. They were in a criminal organization of prostitution and human trafficking, victimizing other women. They're all old enough to understand and know better. Your Honor, I want to thank you, the court, the jurors, and the state and its law enforcement officers for saving me when I couldn't save myself, for holding all the defendants accountable, and for rendering a decision today regarding penalty in this case. I especially want to thank Officer Yamiyans and Investigator Dillard for going above and beyond throughout these years, and ADA Winfrey for tirelessly working on this case since day one. They're the heroes all of us ladies needed. After today, I keep hearing that I may be able to put this behind me. But Your Honor, it's never behind me. It's always with me, even in my sleep and my subconscious. I wish I could better describe to you what it feels like to be a broken human being, to be broken by witnessing and enduring true malevolence. It changes you, it shakes you to the core, and the reverberations are like a ripple effect from a pebble in a pond that ebb and flow for eons. The defendants showed no mercy when sentencing me, and I ask you today that you take that into consideration when sentencing them. Thank you again.
Hold on. The defendants showed no mercy when sentencing her. Wait a minute. Y'all all over 21. And y'all mad because Cash Out didn't give y'all no money. Y'all mad. You know what? This is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. Every time I play a Cash Out song, y'all put something in the chat. Y'all put something in the chat, right? Because they tell me, oh, I'm sorry. Listen, that's why they sorry. Because this song dropped and they wanted to be Miss Cash Out. They wanted to be a star when this song dropped. It was that verse right there. I got a condo on my wrist, girl. I'm cashing out. And all of y'all seen a money day. Y'all seen a big payday from that one little verse. I got a condo on my wrist, girl, and I'm cashing out. Y'all ain't never seen nothing like that. So now, when it don't go the way that y'all wanted to go, now I'm saying I'm a victim. Your Honor, they did this. Y'all could have said no. Y'all could have called the police. Y'all could have ran away. But you know what? Y'all stayed until the money went dry. And when the money went dry, you said, his mother was there. His cousin raped me. And he raped me. But listen, and we're gonna listen to what else happened. Check this out.
prohibited.
Imagine being able to build anything, for any reason, in any style.
Items by an inmate, 5 years to serve. We'd ask 23. With that being said, the state would like to now put on the record our recommendation for the court's consideration. All right. Slow, please. Absolutely. As to John Michael Hakeem Gibson, count 1, RICO, 20 years to serve. Count 10, rape, life. Count 12, aggravated sodomy.
Hold on. Count 1, rape, 20 years. Count 1, RICO, 20 years. Count 2, rape, life. Count 3, aggravated sodomy. Watch this. This is the death penalty in Georgia. And I'm not talking about literally, I'm talking about figuratively. Aggravated sodomy is the worst thing you can do in Georgia. You get the death penalty for that. Let's see what they give them.
Life.
They gave them double life instead of the death penalty. Let's go.
Count 22, trafficking a person for sexual servitude, 20 years to serve. Count 23, trafficking a person for sexual servitude, 20 years to serve. Count 24 and count 30, merge, 12 months to serve. Count 25, possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony, 5 years consecutive to the sentence. Count 26, pimping, 12 months to serve. Count 28, keeping a place of prostitution, 12 months to serve. Count 29, willful obstruction of a law enforcement officer, 12 months to serve. And count 45, prohibited items by an inmate, 5 years to serve. We'd ask the court as special conditions, should the court give any probated time, that a $100,000 fine be allowed pursuant to OCGA section 16-5-46. Defendant is to register as a sex offender. Defendant Gibson is to stay away and have no direct or indirect contact with all named victims in the indictment, to include Diamond Irvin, who was not named in the indictment but testified at trial, and he's to stay away from their families. He is to not hold any fiduciary positions or positions of trust, and cannot possess any other person's identifying information. He is to have no social media or no dating applications, and he is to stay away from all adult entertainment establishments. He is not to engage, of course, in the commercial sex business. He is to stay away from 737 Alfred Road, Northwest in Atlanta. He is to stay away from the Mezzo apartments located at 2171 Peachtree Road in Atlanta. He is to stay away from the Fulton Industrial Boulevard corridor. He's also to stay away from 9340 St. Georgian Commons in Johns Creek. The defendant may not form a limited liability corporation or other corporation without prior knowledge and consent of his probation officer. And he must submit a financial statement every 6 to 12 months, including tax returns, to his probation officer.
Time out. That's impossible. How can he submit a tax return from behind bars? He got life in jail plus 70 years. He's up for parole when he turned 97. Cash out is now 38. I'm lost. Y'all say, wait a minute. They said that he, Cash Out, his mom and his cousin, didn't have a real record label. So he was doing it from the street. But then they turn around and say he can't form a LLC, a limited liability corporation. Make up your mind. It's either he didn't have a business or he did. And this is Fannie Willis claim to fame trying to say, oh, we lost the YSL trial, but we got cash out. Let's listen to this. Come on.
The global sentence as it relates to defendant Gibson would be 2 life sentences plus 65 years, 60 months.
Hold on 1 second, please.
Yes, Your Honor.
2 life sentences plus 65 years. Go ahead.
60 months and 5 years consecutive.
Two life sentences of people who just feelings are hurt.
Okay.
Two life sentences for
Yes, all the
65 years.
sentences run consecutive. As it relates to Linda Smith, also known as Marinka Vinny, count 1, RICO, 20 years to serve. And count 37, trafficking a person for sexual servitude, 20 years to serve. We are also asking for the same special conditions as enumerated as to defendant John Gibson. That's a global of 40 years to serve. As it relates to Tyrone Taylor, he is an A recidivist, and the sentence we would ask is as follows. Count 1, RICO, 20 years to serve. Count 9, rape, life. Count 11, aggravated sodomy, life. Count 13, trafficking a person for sexual servitude, 20 years to serve. Count 15, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, 20 years to serve. Count 16, false imprisonment, 10 years to serve. Count 17, pandering by compulsion, 10 years to serve. Count 18, possession of cocaine, 3 years to serve. Count 19, tampering with evidence, 12 months to serve. And count 20, willful obstruction of a law enforcement officer, because this is his second offense, 10 years to serve.
Pause. So Cash Out and his cousin got hit with RICO charges, but his mother didn't. Hold on. But all 3 of them is under the RICO Act. Make this make sense. How can you dish out RICO to 2 and not all? What up, Midas? Thank y'all for the well wishes. Thank y'all. But I'm just trying to listen. Midas said the entire case rested on the text messages. Why is the July 11 video in the court unavailable and no sites posted them? That part right there, Midas. If I was Cash Out, I will appeal this and go get Brian Steele. I'm not understanding this. The mother don't get hit with the RICO, but the cousin and the star do. They say they was doing the same thing, so why the cousin get more charges and Cash Out don't get those charges? Let's listen. Let's listen.
We're Phoenix Energy, a family-owned oil company focused on unleashing American oil from North Dakota and Montana.
We'd ask the following special conditions would apply. He is also to have a $100,000 fine. He is to register as a sex offender. He is to stay away and have no direct or indirect contact with any of the named victims, to include Diamond.
Pause. I got one question. Why do the state of Georgia want people to register as a sex offender and these are adults? You only register as a sex offender if they are children or minors. These are adults. This, right. Right. Right, Midas. This don't sound cool. You want them to register sex offenders because you feel sorry for the adults. I'm lost. I'm lost with all this. I'm lost. Let's listen.
Irving and their families. No social media or dating applications. He must stay away from all adult entertainment establishments. And he's also to stay away from the Fulton Industrial Boulevard corridor. We are also asking that defendant Taylor submit to alcohol, drug, and treatment evaluation and any recommended treatment and random screens. That is a global sentence of 2 life sentences plus 93 years and 12 months. In closing, Your Honor, we'd ask,
what the fuck?
The state would ask that the punishment fit the ends of justice and bring sufficient closure to these victims in our community, our city, and our state. Thank you. All right. Mr. Manners.
Pay attention, y'all. This cash out lawyer. Pay attention. He's kind of boring, though. I must warn you, he's kind of boring. Let's go.
Good morning to this honorable court. Carrington Matthews, Senior and Junior, on behalf of Mr. John Michael Gibson. In all things, we will give thanks. In all things, under all circumstances, good or bad. Your Honor, Code Section 16-6-1 is the rape statute. A person convicted of the offense of rape shall be punished. These are the options in our statute. It says death, by imprisonment for life without parole, by imprisonment for life, or by split sentence. That is a term of imprisonment for not less than 25 years and not exceeding life imprisonment, followed by probation for life. Code Section 16-6-2, Your Honor, governs the aggravated sodomy count. A person convicted of the offense of aggravated sodomy shall be punished by imprisonment for life or by split sentence. That is a term of imprisonment for not less than 25 years and not exceeding life imprisonment, followed by probation for life. Under 16-14-5, the RICO count, a person convicted of engaging in a RICO violation shall be guilty of a felony and shall be punished by not less than 10 nor more than 20 years in prison, or the fine specified in subsection B of this code section, or both. Under 16-5-46, trafficking of a person for sexual servitude, any person who commits the offense of trafficking an individual for labor, servitude, or sexual servitude shall be guilty of a felony, and upon conviction thereof shall be punished by imprisonment for not less than 10 nor more than 20 years and a fine not to exceed $100,000. Your Honor, when we are handling sentencing hearings, Code Section 17-10-2 governs that process.
This is cash out.
In the hearing, the judge shall hear additional evidence and extenuation, mitigation, and aggravation of punishment, including the record of any prior criminal convictions and pleas of guilty or nolo contendere, or of the accused, or the absence of any prior conviction and pleas.
Hold on, I'm gonna get to the good part. Hold on.
To sentences Is for all crimes, whether classified as violations, misdemeanors, or felonies, and to all courts having criminal jurisdiction located within the boundaries of the state. I would like to address the court.
Now this is where
Before I ask the court
wanted to make fun of Cash out
what
of.
I'd like to ask the court
But
to do,
listen
can
to
I
what
have
he's
my
really
client
saying.
address the court? Absolutely. Thank you, Your Honor.
Listen to what he's really saying.
All right.
He's already been in jail for 4 years. Now listen to what he's saying.
Good morning today, Your Honor.
Good morning.
I want to start out by thanking you for giving us a fair trial. I want to thank the jurors for the amount of time that they put in to judge this trial. This time being on this trial, I was able to see how the jurors are put in a tough position to, sit there and judge someone's life, and, it's a hard decision, and I felt like they made the wrong judgment. I've done things in my life. I'm not perfect. But the things I've been accused of, I know that I haven't done those things. I know it's typical for a person to come up here and, show remorse to, crimes that they have done, but I can only show remorse to the people that I know that was in this trial, which is Kiara Adams, Deanna Sanders, and Jasmine Brown. Not remorse on behalf of like I did anything to them, because if you know me and people who really know me know that I wouldn't force anybody to do anything. I met women, I dated women who were doing escort or whatever, however people want to look at it from a moral standpoint, but who was doing these things as a grown woman. I've only dealt with grown women. Nothing was forced. Nothing was coerced or anything of that nature. If you notice, before this trial, no woman can say anything about me before this trial. If you notice, before this indictment, no woman can say anything about me before this indictment. I get the situations that people are put in when they're faced with a certain type of crime or a certain type of time, and they're bullied into this situation to put the blame on someone, or to put the blame on Cash Out, or to put the blame on someone who's at the top. That's why I didn't really fault them for their decision. I didn't fault Deanna Sanders for making her decision during a proffer. She just had a child. Mind you, she was just on video call with me while being incarcerated. I don't fault Kiara Adams for doing the things she did with her proffer, because mind you, she was facing a certain amount of time handling her probation in different cases that she's on. I don't fault people for making accusations, because I'm a man that typically let women leave on their own behalf. Never held them in prison or held them in slavery or said, you can't leave me, or you can't do this. Every woman you've seen come on this stand showed you that they left and came back willingly on their own. What I mean by that, they left on their own and they came back willingly on their own. During this trial, I was able to see, how valuable life is, and how valuable the people that you hang around, or the people that you even date, or the people that you even know, how valuable it is to judge their character. Sometimes I let people stay around who I knew was going to affect a situation that I had going on. So I don't, and for the people who came to this trial that I never met a day in my life, never had any contact with them, never had a text message with them, never had an interaction with them, don't even know where most of these stories came from. It's baffling. Never forced a woman to commit a sexual act. Never. I've been traveling all around the world from here to Dubai, and you would never hear a woman say that I forced them to do anything sexual or commit a rape with anybody. I don't hang around people that do things of that nature. I feel like and somebody asked me this the other day. It was like, every time I see your head high and you always smiling, because when you have that confidence, it takes me back to the Bible. When you have that confidence and you know you can be falsely accused of things. Jesus was falsely accused. A lot of the prophets were falsely accused. You don't have that emotion like you've done something. So if you see me with my head high, or if you see me smiling, it's because I know at the end of the day, through Jesus Christ, the Most High will always give you the actual judgment. So I really thank you for providing us a fair trial. Just me getting to know you during trial, I was like, she's just the judge. But when you sit 12 people in that panel and you have them, judge our lives and, put them in a position to judge our lives, it takes you back to, once again, the Bible, when people had to judge these prophets' lives. And I say, if you know me, you actually know me. There's plenty of people that know me in this world. There's plenty of people that know me in this jail. There's plenty of people that know me where I'm from. Like I say, once again, I'm not perfect. I come from certain areas. I come from, certain environments. I come from doing things in my past life before the music.
On Rover, there's a service for every dog and cat. First, we offer overnight boarding.
But I'm here to tell you that if you sat in this trial and you paid attention to this trial, before these dates, no woman could ever say, I done those things to them. Before these dates, you can go on my Instagram and see these women enjoying themselves, having their own things, living their own life. Before these dates, I can say you had these women that never had anything to say about me. Before this indictment, before the RICO, you had these women actually talking to me while I was incarcerated. I've been incarcerated for 4 years, and these women are interacting with me. These women who took the stand and supposedly scared of me, or monsters, or or I'm a monster, or took these proffers. This wasn't the case before they was indicted. So from my perspective, I feel like some people can get bullied into a situation that they really don't really want to do. And I'm sitting here just holding my head high and just, feeling that one day the truth will come out. One day the truth will come out on my situation. One day the truth will come out on this rape allegation, that these things never happened. And when you see a person get up on that stand and put their hand on the Bible and swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, that means you have to be perfect, like you're Jesus. You have to be perfect on that stand. You can't show a flaw. And that's a tough one. It's a tough one for me because I had flaws in my life. So you have to tell the complete truth on that stand. And I got up there and see people put their hand on that Bible and not tell the complete truth. And that's baffling. But at the end of the day, I put my trust in the Most High. I put my trust in the universe to bring out the truth, to bring out the truth of these people who made these allegations. To me, it's like you have no heart. You have no heart. And I know people want me to stay in line or walk a toe, but when you're speaking something truthfully and you're speaking from the heart and you know that this is not your character, something must be said. And I just wanted to address the court and give my perspective on the things that I felt during this trial and the judgment that I felt that the jurors gave us was not the correct judgment. And it will show. Thank you.
All right. All right, Mr. Matthews.
Your Honor, thank you for allowing Mr. Gibson to speak to this honorable court.
Here you go again. I'm sorry, I was muted. Here you go again. This is the one that's talking about her mama talking about my daughter was 21 years old and we bought her a car. This one right here. But here they go. So I'm trying to figure out where's the coercion. Look. They all here. His Instagram tells it all. Once again, look. When the money was right, everybody was there. Everybody was fun, a willing participant. She doing this behind his back. But when the money went wrong, they all become victims. He told you. Go to his Instagram. It tells it all. They called, but the state calls this coercion and kidnapping. The state calls this sex trafficking. The state calls this kidnapping and sex trafficking. I'm just trying to figure out. The state calls this coercion, but she was the main star witness. And that's all she got was an ankle monitor for 18 months while they've been in jail for 4 years so far. It keeps going. So with that being said, it puts me in a mindset now that you can't even trust nobody. You can't trust nobody. Because even at trial, your best man ain't even there. Your partner ain't even there. Your partner ain't get up there and say, nope, nope, nope. And watch this. This is why they claim his mama was part of it. Because he said, my mom is the only bank I trust. I'll die for her. There's nothing to discuss. Make it make sense. That's his mama. Why wouldn't he trust his mama? You see what I'm saying? So, but then as you look and you see this, in this picture, what do you see? I'm gonna ask you right now. In this picture, what do you see? Ain't Lord Dirk being held on sex trafficking too and murder? Make it make sense. And then because you see the P36FP gang, that's what they call themselves. Now, but they got to be gang affiliated. But if you look all down the timeline and you see nothing but rappers, and you see 400 right there, you see nothing but rappers. You see Krishan Wood right here, a singer. That's why I tell you, I used to post everything. I had to stop because they would try to use that against you. And truthfully, he ain't doing nothing but showing the lifestyle that he lived. He ain't doing nothing but showing that he's a rock star. When have that became a problem? When have that became a problem? But watch this. I'm going to play Seti Nash video, right? I'm going to play Seti Nash video. Let's listen to what these prosecutors had to say.
Prosecutors are walking Channel 2 Action News through how they secured a guilty verdict in the RICO case against Atlanta rapper Cash Out. Channel 2's investigative reporter Ashley Lincoln joins us live now in downtown with the exclusive interview. Ashley, you found out what prosecutors say led the rapper to sex trafficking women for money in the first place.
The George prosecutors told me it was Cash Out's failing music career that led him down this path. They went through dozens of pages of bank statements that showed he made thousands more by pimping women versus the money he made from his career.
Have sudden life emergencies left you feeling stuck? At Rise, we're here to offer support for those.
When the money went down online, he went to the street. It's a conviction Fulton County prosecutors say was a joint effort to secure. They got what they needed to get, which was life. Prosecutors walked me through their evidence in the RICO sex trafficking case against rapper Cash Out, his cousin Tyrone Taylor, and his mother Linda Smith.
The things I've been accused of, I know that I haven't done those things.
He took no responsibility.
Don't that sound like the R. Kelly playbook? He took no responsibility. No accountability. For what? You want him to be guilty. You tried to make him a monster. Listen.
Done those things.
He took no responsibility and accountability for what happened.
Lead prosecutor Ernell Winfrey says Cash Out landed on their radar after various run-ins with police across the metro.
So you did have Gwinnett, you had Lowndes County, you had DeKalb County, you had Fulton County, you had so many counties implicated that we were able to bring in those crimes under the RICO statute.
Chief Deputy District Attorney Adrian Love.
The victims testify that they performed certain acts because they didn't want to get beaten. They didn't want to get run over. They didn't want to get hit in the head with a gun.
And prosecutor Grant Root sifted through thousands of text messages and bank statements.
We were able to show that the money was flowing from specific sex acts committed by trafficked women here in Fulton County up through the enterprise to Gibson to Linda Smith.
District Attorney Fonnie Willis.
I'm always going to put my best and my brightest on the case, and we are going to make sure that they are out of our community for the rest of their days.
And again, Gibson and his cousin sentenced to life in prison plus 70 years. Linda Smith sentenced to 30 years in prison. Reporting live in downtown Atlanta, I'm Ashley Lincoln.
They got sentenced to life plus 70 years in jail. The mother got sentenced to 30 years. But you know what? I ain't one of them half old dudes. You know what? I'm going to do this one time for Cash Out. And I'm going to do it once a week so that way he can get his funds flowing through. Check this out. Let's go. I'm going to do this for Cash Out.
It's TV grabbing on the booty. Oh, you said she got the many loads. The sheet works. A sheet work. The sheet work. The sheet work. Yes, sir. Y'all know I'm going to hold it down regardless. Now, I still say free Cash Out. Free Cash Out, lock Fanny ass up. Free Cash Out, lock Fanny up. Adrian Love should have been in jail. Hey, Teresa, you asking the wrong questions in this chat. And don't ask about Backpage in this chat. We don't know about Backpage. You trying to send somebody to jail. Teresa trying to send somebody to jail. Lord have mercy. We don't know nothing about Backpage. I know I don't. And please don't have that conversation in this chat. They going, you was in the chat talking about Backpage. What you know? You was buying. No. I don't want them problems. That part, EJ. And that's what them females saw. When them songs drop, you know you're grabbing on your booty. Man, they went bananas. Oh, I got Cash Out. As soon as him and the label went through their little thing, they went down the hill. Oh, but we going to get them on a RICO. And we going to tell everything. Even though we was willing participants, we gonna make it seem like he made us do that. We gonna make it seem like he trafficked us. So sad. 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 So now we're gonna go forward, right? We're gonna talk about R. Kelly. We're gonna talk about Kills now, right? And I'm kind of reluctant about something because we got some things to talk about when it comes to Kills, right? So we're going to start with the government's response, right? We're going to start with the government's response. And then we're going to come back with Bo Brinley's response to the government. But while we going there, I must say this. A gorilla tried to play with me and my sis and trying to play both sides of the fence. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say this. I don't bother nobody. I don't play with y'all. I don't like y'all. But Casey McDaniel, don't you ever in your retarded mother freaking life try to play with me the way you try to, okay? Don't you ever think it's okay to lie on me the way you did. Because you the one that called Doug Anton and started scamming off of the dollar for the king. Don't make me pull the receipts back up, you ugly orangutan. You the one that faked being pregnant by an invisible husband. I'm trying not to go there with the B word now. You the one that got mad at Spitting Fire because Blockbender showed you his DIC you know what. You the one that tried to go off on Spitting Fire because you saw the penis of Blockbender. And you thought you had Blockbender all to yourself. Meanwhile, you supposed to have been pregnant by somebody else's man. Make that make sense. You have never contributed to nothing going forward positive to R. Kelly. Better yet, you was part of the crew that helped keep him not getting the bond. Miss, I want to play both sides and fit in where I get in. No, bitch, you get in where the fuck you need to stay at. And I tried to be nice. But it's Baraka-looking black, ugly chocolate you who spitting back thin-looking motherfuckers like you that make me go the fuck off. Don't you ever try to diminish nothing I did, ho. Now while we at it, and I got that out, my system. Now, let's get into it. Because you put me, prima donna. Better yet, I'll show you better. I can tell you. Hold on. There's so many people on here that make me just want to. I'll show you, but I can tell you. Because you are a pitiful piece of a person. You, Casey McDaniel, are 9 years late to the dance. You, Casey McDaniel, since you want to go internet hunting, okay, let's do this my way, okay? Let's do this my way. I'm going to play your game. I'm going to play your game. Right? And when I play your game, you ain't going to like it. So now I'm about to play your game. I'm about to play a game. And you ain't going to like it. Here we go. Let's play the game. Let's play your game, okay? Let's get off that for a second. Let's play your game. Because I'm about that life. Let's play your game. So since y'all want to play with AI pictures and shit, right? You put, not every face you saw in the fight was genuine. Some played both sides. Some built brands off R. Kelly's pain. Some helped fuel the downfall. Drop a comment if you remember the drama these faces brought. Let's keep the truth front and center. So I guess you made me a avatar. So you have Levi as an avatar, and you got your homegirl, Scam Likely. You got Dr. Rogers. You got an avatar of, I guess it's supposed to be Sharon Wimbush. And I guess this is supposed to be Faces, right? This even supposed to be Faces or Dottie. One of the two, right? So Casey McDaniels. Then you said, these faces, your gorilla built back bitch face said these faces weren't just supporters. They wanted the clout. Huh? Let's be real. These individuals weren't all fighting for justice. Some were chasing fame, platform growth, and social media validation while R. Kelly's life hung in a balance. Looking emojis. They inserted themselves in legal commentary, protest circles, and fake family ties. Yet the more they showed up, the more confusion they brought. Fake sisters, shady alliances, platform hopping, false representations. The focus shifted from justice to drama. The chaos wasn't just outside the courtroom, it was among the very people claiming to support him. Not every face you saw in the fight was genuine. Some played both sides. Some built brands off R. Kelly's pain. Some helped fuel the downfall. Drop a comment if you remember the drama these faces brought. Okay, so I got a question. Where are the faces that brought the drama? From what I see, I only see two faces that brought drama. So where are the other faces that brought the drama, Casey? The platforms that you support, bitch, where the faces at? You ugly bull dyke, where are the faces at? All of this slander, right? All of this slander because you want to be the one. I give it to you. You want to be the one. You put out a petition and only got 17 people. And watch this. One of the people was Prima Donna. I'm going to say this. And I'm going to go ahead and say this. And I want you to hear me good. Fuck you and this petition. Because everything you trying to do has already been done, ho. Go back and dick suck Blockbender. Now, I don't forget nothing. What is 25 signatures going to do for a petition? You got to be the stupidest ugly moose to walk YouTube, Facebook, and other social media platforms. I wish it was a way Prima Donna can get her name off there. I ain't signing shit. Casey McDaniel started more trouble than a little bit. Then went to Spitting Fire page after talking about her under a fake name and was sending Spitting Fire cash apps. Spitting Fire, I don't blame you for not sending that shit back to that ugly ass bitch. She walked and she looked like a walking STD test. Fuck that hoe. Now I tried not to get to this point, but sometimes it take a virus to bring the ruckus out. Scam Likely crew called me Uncle Ruckus, right? Shit. If I'm Ruckus, Casey McDaniel's Gangstalicious. Where the people that you follow and supported and helped scam R. Kelly, where are their faces, ho? Now, what I should do is do a petition about you. You know what? I'm going to go download everything from my original file and bring it over here. And then we're going to have some fun, Casey McDaniel. Let's do it that way, okay? I'm going to make you commit. I can't say it on here. But just know, if she go jump off a bridge, it's not my fault. Let her ugly ass jump. The fuck? That's how I look at it. If she want to jump, let her ugly ass jump. Her and all of her ugliness that go with it. Now, let's get back to what we was doing. People need to stop playing. It says, defendant seeks to disqualify the United States Attorney's Office for the Northern District of Illinois from post-trial litigation in his case. Defendant does not properly allege any misconduct or conflict of interest warranting disqualification, nor can he, because none occurred. Even if defendant had made such a showing, his motion would still fail because he cannot show that any alleged misconduct tainted the entire office. Pause. If two people or one person from the office is engaging in a misconduct, that falls on the entire office, because that means somebody in that office knew. And somebody told somebody that told somebody that told somebody. So somebody in there knew. We ain't gonna play these games. So now you're gonna say the entire office can't be. Yes, they can. Because all of y'all was on it. Every last one of y'all and was on the cover up of y'all office to hurting Robert Sylvester Kelly. Now, here's the truth. Y'all need to come out and tell people why y'all want him in jail so bad. What is it that y'all after? That's the question. What is it that y'all after? Because we need to understand. So it says, defendant does not come close to meeting his burden to justify the extreme and unprecedented remedy of blanket disqualification. For the reasons that follow, the U.S. Attorney's Office respectfully requests that the court deny the defendant's motion to disqualify. Background. On September the 14th, 2022, after a month-long jury trial, a jury convicted defendants of counts 1, 2, 3, 9, 10, and 12 of the superseded indictment. Dockets 93 and 334. Counts 1 through 3 charged defendant with inducement, enticement, or coercion of Jane to engage in sexually explicit conduct for the purpose of producing a visual depiction of such conduct between 1998 and 1999. Stop. Let's break this down. The state's attorney's office dangled a $20 million purse over top of Jane's head. The state's attorney's office in Chicago was being contacted by Team Truth, now rebranded as Oak Cove. But y'all didn't know. The state's attorney's office in Chicago had an AUSA that coerced, enticed, and induced Jane, which is Rashonda Landfair, with emails and other things. The state's attorney's office, now I'm going to go with this part, allegedly unalived her father to get her to do what she wanted to do. The state's attorney's office gave a lifelong supply of Section 8 and food stamps just so she can testify. But who's to say that she was even on that tape, because the tape couldn't be played, remember? And the one tape that she was on, Drea was on. So how do you prosecute R. Kelly, but you don't prosecute Drea or Lisa Van Allen? Oh, I'm sorry. Drea wasn't summoned. Why wouldn't she be there and she was the wife in the house? See, people like Casey McDaniel can't tell you shit like that. They can only tell you stuff from a fan point of view. Let's talk facts. Because ain't nobody scared of none of you motherfuckers. Let's talk facts. Then you say, in violation of Title 18 United States Code Section 2251A, counts 9, 10, and 12 of the superseding indictment, charged defendant with enticing 3 different victims, Jane in count 9, to engage in unlawful sexual conduct, namely aggravated criminal sexual abuse, in violation of Title 18 United States Code Section 2422B. Pause. But didn't Jane tell y'all that wasn't her on a video? When y'all wasn't giving no money, you know she told y'all the truth. But when she got that $20 million purse and all them perks, oh yeah, that was him. And he coerced me. Y'all rehearsed them people to say what y'all wanted them to say under oath. Then you said, on February 23rd, 2023, the Honorable Harry D. Leavenweber sentenced defendant to 20 years imprisonment, with 1 year of the sentence on counts 1, 2, and 3 to be served consecutively to a 30-year sentence imposed upon defendant for racketeering and Mann Act violations in the United States District Court for the Eastern District of New York. United States versus Roberts versus Kelly case law. Didn't I tell y'all they was going to make that a case law? And didn't they try to use the same thing on Diddy? On June 20th, 2025, defendant filed a Rule 33 motion for a new trial and a motion to disqualify the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Northern District of Illinois. Docket 499, on June 24, 2025, this court ordered the government to respond to defendant's motion to disqualify and postpone setting a briefing schedule on the Rule 33 motion until defendant's motion to disqualify is resolved. Docket 501. Argument. Legal standard. Based on separation of power principles and the consensus among courts, disqualification of an entire United States Attorney's Office is an extreme remedy only appropriate in the most extraordinary circumstances. United States versus Williams. I believe that's Tukey Williams' case. Also, a United States versus Bolden case. We can only rarely
if ever imagine a scenario in which a district court could properly disqualify an entire United States Attorney's Office. That is why every circuit court that has reviewed an office-wide disqualification has reversed. Williams case law, Bowden case law, every circuit court that has considered the disqualification of an entire United States Attorney's Office has reversed the disqualification. United States versus Basciano case law. The overwhelming weight of authority conceals against disqualification of an entire United States Attorney's Office. See also United States versus Vallows case law. Vacating an order disqualifying the entire U.S. Attorney's Office for the Northern District of Illinois and remanding to be reassigned to a different judge. To disqualify an entire United States Attorney's Office, a district court would first need to make specific factual findings about misconduct or a conflict of interest by a specific prosecutor or prosecutors. Pause. That's easy. Let's look at the one that left your office that went up to Ohio. That's easy. Backtrack the emails. I believe it was Baby Kelly or something, Baby Girl. Do somebody know what the email name was? Where Prima Donna at? She remembered. Where is that? Because I got it in my storage somewhere. Do anybody know what the blackmail email was for Rashona Landfair? In Chicago? If y'all know, put it in the chat. Next, the district court will also have to determine that any misconduct or conflict so pervades the office that less intrusive remedies would be inadequate to safeguard against legal violation. Look at Williams case law. If a defendant meets his burden of disqualifying a conflict, Boss Baby, that's what it was. Boss Baby, yep. If a defendant meets his burden of identifying a conflict of interest or misconduct, the generally accepted remedy consistent with separation of powers concerns is to disqualify a specific assistant United States attorney, not all the attorneys in the office. Bull crap. And because if one did it, all of y'all had something to do with it. Yeah, it was either Baby Girl or it was Boss Baby. But I think it was Boss Baby, Willie. Where Prima Donna at? And she's somewhere running around. Where Prima at? So, then the rest of this case law, if the disqualification of one government attorney could serve as the... Hold on, man. Could serve as the predicate for the disqualification of the entire United States Attorney's Office, the administration of justice would be irreparably damaged. It's damaged now. Defendant fails to establish that any misconduct occurred. Wait a minute. Here, defendant basis for disqualification boils down to the following unsupported and speculative allegations of misconduct raised in his Rule 33 motion, docket 498, and incorporated into his disqualification motion, docket number 499. Unnamed federal prosecutors supposedly embedded a cellmate to gather information on defendant's trial strategy, including information protected by attorney-client privilege by intercepting his legal mail, docket 498 at 25 to 26. Well, I believe they already said who that officer was. And then you got the imp and you got the cellmate who gave a testimony about it in front of his interpreter and doubled down on it. Then they say a former ND, Northern District, Illinois, AUSA supposedly threatened a government witness that her parents will be prosecuted if she did not testify.
Watch this. So Rashona has turned on the government. A former NDIL AUSA supposedly threatened a government witness that her parents will be prosecuted if she did not testify. That same prosecutor supposedly promised the witness, Jane, that she would be awarded financial compensation if she testified and defendant were convicted. Now watch this. What they just did was the government just sealed their own coffin. Because now you're going to get Rashona under oath. Now, why wouldn't she tell? Why wouldn't she tell? Defendant falls far short of meeting his burden to show disqualification is warranted. First, he has not shown and cannot show that any misconduct occurred. He has not provided any evidence to back up his vague and speculative allegations, which precludes the court from making any findings of misconduct. Wait a minute. Despite filing numerous motions and supplements with this court, the only evidential submission that even touches on his misconduct allegations is the declaration of defendant's alleged cellmate at the MCC, Kashan Moghadamadi. In his affidavit, Moghadamadi claims that he took defendant's legal mail and that Moghadamadi's understanding was that documents were provided to the prosecutors in defendant's Chicago and New York cases. See docket 485-3. Moghadamadi also claims that he communicated directly with a former unnamed AUSA, but provides no other details about when, where, why, or how that alleged communication occurred. This is not a properly supported allegation of prosecutorial misconduct by an NDIL AUSA, let alone one that could infect every AUSA presently working in the United States Attorney's Office. Setting aside for the moment whether Moghadamadi is credible, taking his affidavit at face value, he claims no direct knowledge of prosecutors soliciting or obtaining privileged communications. Nor does he assert the contents of those communications or how they impacted defendant's case. And simply communicating with an AUSA, whether from New York or Chicago, he does not say. It's not misconduct. Notably, Moghadamadi does not say, as defendant claims in his motion, that an AUSA directed him to steal defendant's legal mail, and for that matter, to take any other action. His affidavit simply speculates that the mail he claims to have taken was given to prosecutors. Defendant cannot meet his burden of showing misconduct by an NDIL AUSA on this allegation. Yes, he can. Yes, he can. Defendant's other allegations regarding a former NDIL AUSA conversation with Jane and her parents are likewise vague, speculative, and totally unsupported by any affidavit or documentation. Pause. This is where you bring them to trial and you let them tell their story. To the extent defendant is alleging prosecutorial misconduct based on an alleged promise that Jane will receive a substantial financial award if she testified, docket 498-5, the government in fact sought restitution in the amount of $10 million for Jane after defendant's conviction, a matter that is neither controversial nor secret. I be damned. Not only are they telling on themselves, but they bold with it. They said not prosecutorial misconduct based on an alleged promise that Jane could receive a substantial financial award if she testified. Docket 498-5, the government in fact sought restitution in the amount of $10 million for Jane after defendant's conviction. $10 million. $10 million just for Rashona alone. Then they got bold with it. They said, after defendant's conviction, a matter that is neither a controversial nor secret. And then said, see docket 423, government's position paper on restitution. To the extent defendant is alleging that Jane's parents could be prosecuted if they aided their daughter's willful failure to testify pursuant to subpoena. That too would not amount to misconduct. And indeed, Jane's parents and their daughter ultimately were immunized. That means they all got immunity. That means they all got immunity. Docket number 49885. Of course, immunizing witnesses does not constitute misconduct. Simply put, defendant has not substantiated his outlandish claims that a former NDILL AUSA committed any misconduct at all, nor could he do so, as no misconduct occurred. So their way of getting it out is they can tell you what happened, but as long as they transferred her out of the office, they feel as though Rob can't prove it. But now Bo Brindley have to subpoena these folks and put them under oath. But the government's so dirty, they go behind them and tell them, but they got full immunity to lie. So now you got to get the text messages. Now you got to get the text messages. Now you got to subpoena Larry McGee because he got the text messages because he showed them on his live before. Now you got to go get all of Larry McGee's cloud pictures. Everything that he put in the cloud is still in the cloud. Let's see what really happened with Boss Baby. Let's see. I think if I go back and look at some stuff, I'll be able to find some things out too. I'll be able to uncover some things too. I think I need to go back and go into my little storage capacities. So pretty much they're saying that Rob don't have no standing and it's bull crap. This is a bunch of nothing. A bunch of nothing. Telling you to go back and look and look and look. A bunch of nothing. So with that being said, Bo Brindley comes back with a response. And Bo's response is quite intriguing. Bo's response to order to show cause says, come now, defendant Robert Sylvester Kelly, by and through counsel Bo B. Brindley, and hereby provides the following response to the court's order to show cause why docket entries 465, 465-1, 465-2, 465-3, 468, 469, 470, 471, 472, 473, 474, 475, 476, and 477 should not be unsealed and or disclosed to the government under seal. The documents at issue should at least be disclosed to the government under seal. The secrecy concerns at issue at the time of their filing were made moot with the filing of later publicity. Available documents in this case. There is no reason that they need remain ex parte. However, the defendant takes no position on whether these filings should remain under seal in general. They may contain names or other personal information that is not intended for the public docket. Disclosing them to the government under seal will avoid any issues with inadvertent disclosure of protected information. Respectfully submitted, Bo B. Brindley. So with that being said, Bo ain't playing with him. Bo ain't playing with him. Bo put that out there to let them know, like, look, we ain't even gonna do this. We ain't gonna do this at all. Y'all want to play games. We ain't gonna play this at all. So now that we got that out the way, we got the R. Kelly thing out the way, we got everything all out the way, I gotta go back to something. Because I don't bother nobody. But for some reason, this lady was sent to attack me. So she said, exposing Dana J. Okay, let's do it. The chaos maker behind the curtain. Let's do it. Let's not forget who helped twist the support for R. Kelly into a circus. Okay. Dana J now rebranded as official Dana J. I've always been official Dana J. Introduced himself on the Phases platform claiming to be R. Kelly's mentee, but his appearance and behavior told another story. Rainbow-colored hair, self-branding as the actor Dana J, and consistent drama. I never had rainbow-colored hair. Sorry. And consistent drama. So if defending myself is consistent drama, then hey, I'll be that. But I'm going to defend me because ain't none of you hoes going to do it. And especially not you, orangutan. So he didn't come to support. He came to divide, deflect, and deceive. He attacked every platform that dared to question his story. Then came the scam. He promoted a fraudulent fundraiser called Dollar for the King, claiming it was to help R. Kelly's legal defense. Supporters donated with good intentions, but the truth, that money was used for his personal living expenses, not the defense of R. Kelly. And it gets worse. What? All right, Casey McDaniel, this is what I'm going to do for you, okay? This is what I'm going to do for you. Today is Thursday. Buckle your seat up. Tomorrow, I'm going to show you what exposing look like, okay? Just remember, you put this out here. Just remember, my response to this is something that you started, okay? Just know it's going to be biblical, okay? So, I'm about to get out of here, y'all. Y'all be blessed. Don't miss my live tomorrow. Please don't. Please don't. Please do not miss my live tomorrow. Casey McDaniel, just remember. Now, you want to pick a fight with somebody that you ain't qualified to get in the ring with. I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. But I want to thank everybody that supported me. I want to thank everybody that followed me. And remember, you don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to be great. Be someone important. Be yourself. Until next time. Elephants don't swat flies and jets don't fly over. And I mean, jets fly over turbulence. Casey McDaniel, say your prayers. God forgive you. Dana J don't. Your ass is grass tomorrow. I'm out. Thank everybody. Thank everybody. I get to slay a orangutan tomorrow. See you later. Yeah, baby. Let's get it.
Shooter, you shot me in the heart, and I've been dying since we've been apart. Oh, shooter, I don't think I'm gonna make it. See, I'm just as good as dead. I'm good as dead. Whoa, bullseye. Girl, you shot me down to my knees, yeah. Since you took your love from me, and I'm holding on to the hopes that you will return. Although I feel I've lost you forever, I will believe that you still love me. Girl, say you do, say you do, say you do. Say you still love me, shooter, shooter, yeah. You shot me in the heart, oh yeah. And I've been dying since we've been apart. Oh, 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 shooter, shooter. I don't think I'm gonna make it. No, and I'm just as good as dead. Ooh, ooh, ooh. See, I neglected the fact that your love was precious, and I should have took more better care of it. And now every minute you're gone, girl, I sit here just dying alone. And I wish that I could have dodged that bullet of you leaving me. Shooter, shooter, you shot me in the heart. And I've been dying since we've been apart, yeah. Oh, shooter, no, no. Oh, I don't think that I'm gonna make it. No, no, no. And I'm just as good as dead, yeah. Oh, shooter, girl, you shot me in the heart. And I've been dying since we've been apart, yeah. Shooter, 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 shooter. See, I just don't think that I'm gonna make it without you, baby. Shooter, I gotta go.